So as always, we're going to start off with Colossians 3 and 17, giving all praise and glory to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, power of Yasharallah, Israel. Khan? Khan, okay. Colossians 3 and 17.
Go ahead. All right. You want to start? Yeah? Okay. Colossians 3 and 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua.
Khan, so all that we say and do is going to be in the name of the anointed Savior, Mashiach Yahushua. He told us in John 14 and 6 says, He is the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father but by Him. So we pray in the name of the anointed Savior and understand this. When He's saying that there is no New Testament. So give an understanding of what we always have done. It's just a matter of understanding what we have always done in our culture. So we say no man cometh to the Father but by Him. So we give thanks to the Most High. How do we give thanks to the Most High? By Him. Ephesians 5 and 20. And He's already telling us how the formula works. It's just a matter of understanding the formula. The recipe, as you would say, all the ingredients that goes into a recipe, all the formula that goes into understanding how this all fits together to work together for you. What does it say? Ephesians 5 and 20?
Ephesians 5 and 20. Giving thanks always for all things unto the Most High and the Father by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushua.
Right, so that's how we give thanks to the Most High always. For everything. In the name of the anointed Savior. I mean, He's telling you right there clearly. So that's why you said, He already said that. So a lot of times you got to understand the Bible is written so that you will understand the things that we already understood. I hope you understand what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? The Bible is written so you'll understand the things that we already understood as a people. You know what I mean? Like, that's why He said, why would He say, giving thanks always to the Most High by Him, if you don't know what Ephesians 5 said? You see what I'm saying? That's why we get understanding through the precepts. So, as you study and you see the formula, it's a formula. Everything is a formula. That's why it's precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. So once you know that He's saying this, then by the time you get to by Him, that's why we can say, by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua at the end of Colossians 3 and 17. Because that's how we give thanks to the Most High. Because remember, no man come to the Father but by Him. That He said in John 14 and 13, if you ask anything in my name about Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, I would do it, that the Father could be glorified in the Son. So it's not just about us, but it's more about the Most High first and foremost. Then it's about a Mashiach Yahushua. Then we come into play. You see? But if you think that you come into play before Him, then you're not going to get the spiritual part of how we're supposed to be in dealing with trying to work to make it to the kingdom, that the Most High could be all in all once we learn of Him. You see what I'm saying? That's what this is all about. But it's too much emphasis on us, and all the Most High do is talk about us. You know what I mean? Because get Daniel 9 and 11. He say, hey, keep my commandments, I'm going to bless you to be above all nations. But this is what we did.
Daniel 9 and 11. Yeah, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
See? All Israel transgressed the laws of the Most High, read.
Even by departing.
Even by departing from His law. Look at the majority of us right now. They call themselves Gentiles. They go to church on the first day of the week. They tell you point blank, we're not under the law. But we're in the mercy and grace. And you a Gentile. You see, all that's off. Point blank. Nobody can prove that they're not under the law. Law of the Most High. Only law that we're not dealing with now is the law of sacrifice. Period. When you say you're not under the law, you're talking about sacrifice. The sacrificial law. Read that from the top.
Daniel 9 and 11. Yeah, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
See, we transgressed the law. Read.
Even by departing.
Even by departing from the law, as it is today. Read.
That they might not obey thy voice.
See, that they might not obey the Most High's voice. Read.
Therefore the curse is poured upon us.
Therefore the curse is poured upon us. So if you don't want this curse upon you, doesn't it make sense to do the laws of the Most High that you could be what? Blessed. I mean, he's not a man who should lie. He already said, you do what I say do, I'm going to bless you. Therefore, what's upon us?
The curse is poured upon us.
The curse is poured upon us, read.
And the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him.
Yeah, that's why Deuteronomy 28, get Deuteronomy 28 and 1 and 2.
Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
This the kingdom right here. This going into the kingdom right here. You continue to read from 28, 1 to 14. This is the only thing that we have to look forward to as being blessed, being in the kingdom. But read.
Deuteronomy 28 and 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
That's the kingdom right there. Because the brothers and sisters that's coming back to the commandments, his laws, statutes, commandments, his rules and regulations, they're going to be set on high above all nations of the earth. This is what he wanted from the beginning. But we already know what we did because we just said, hey, they have departed from the Most High's law. If you follow his laws, you're going to be above all nations of the earth. What else he said? Read verse 2.
And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power.
Right, but we ain't listen. So all the blessings going to come. So all the curses came because of 15 on down. But read verse 15.
Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power,
And we didn't. Read.
to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
That's right. And that's what happened to us. All you got to do is read from 16 to 68. That's what happened to us. That's why I say the curse that's written in the law of Moses is upon us. You wonder why? Because he was wicked. We were wicked in the things that we did to displease the Most High. So today we're going to go to Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter, going over these laws. Start at verse 12.
Deuteronomy 7 and 12. Wherefore it shall come to pass, if ye hearken to these judgments, and keep and do them, that the Most High thy power shall keep unto thee the covenant and the mercy which he sware unto thy fathers.
See that? Once again, he told us we listen, hearken mean to listen to these judgments and keep and do them. You got to do the commandments. You got to keep the commandments. You got to do the commandments. That's the laws of the Most High, his rules and regulations. That the Most High thy power shall keep unto thee the covenant. That's the contract of agreement, and the mercy, which is not getting something you do deserve, which he swore to our fathers, our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Read.
And the mercy which he swore unto thy fathers. And he will love thee and bless thee and multiply thee. He will also bless the fruit of thy womb and the fruit of thy land, thy corn and thy wine and thine oil, the increase of thy kind and the flocks of thy sheep, and the land which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee.
That's right. All these are blessings. If we follow the laws of the Most High. Read.
Thou shalt be blessed above all people.
You know, we're going to be blessed above all people. And that's how it's going to be in the kingdom. Because the ones that's coming out to the laws of the Most High are going to understand how these blessings are going to come upon us. You see, I remember going through Deuteronomy 28, first chapter, and I was going to break it down to 14. I couldn't hardly even do it. Because we ain't seen it. You know what I mean? We haven't seen the blessings. Like it says there, so the conclusion of the matter was, okay, I guess we'll see it as a nation where? In the kingdom. You see? Go ahead.
Verse 13 or 14. Thou shalt be blessed above all people, There shall not be male or female barren among you or among your cattle.
Right, meaning we have a lot of children. This is part of what the Most High would want us to do. So it's not good to be barren.
Right.
Right? He said, hey, there shall not be made male or female barren among you or among your cattle. Going to enlighten our cattle to have a lot of litter. Read.
And the Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua, will take away from thee all sickness, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt which thou knowest upon thee, but will lay them upon all them that hate thee.
See? He said he's going to take all these diseases that he put upon the Egyptians. He says he's not going to put upon us, but he's going to give them to those that hate us. Read.
And thou shalt consume all the people which the Most High thy power shall deliver thee. Thine eyes shall have no pity upon them, neither shalt thou serve their idols, for that will be a snare unto thee. If thou shalt say in thine heart, these nations are more than I, how can I dispossess them?
So look, you got to understand this from this point to now. Because these nations are more than us, they claim. So how are we going to dispossess them? That's what we were saying. How are we going to dispossess them? They more in number. Read.
Thou shalt not be afraid of them, but thou shalt well remember what the Most High thy power did unto Pharaoh and unto all Egypt.
Right, he put them 10 plagues in Egypt. And he drowned Pharaoh and his army in the Red Sea. Read.
The great temptations which thine eyes saw, and the signs, and the wonders, and the mighty hand, and the stretched out arm, whereby the Most High thy power brought thee out. So shall the Most High thy power do unto all the people of whom thou art afraid.
You hear what he said? See, this is what he's going to do to the people. You want to be afraid of them? Say, this is what I'm going to do to them. Say, the great temptation which thine eyes saw. See, Israel seen all this. We seen all this. And the signs and the wonders, and the mighty hand, and the stretched out arm, whereby the Most High thy power brought thee out. You know? So they're going to see it and be afraid. Read.
Moreover, the Most High thy power will send the hornet among them, until they that are left and hide themselves from thee be destroyed.
Hear that? You're going to send hornets after them. How you going to fight hornets? I mean, the multitude that the Most High can see. You know what I mean? That's his army. You know what I mean? The multitude that the Most High can sit on them. You just squatting everywhere. You can't, they still stinging you. Go ahead.
Verse 21. Thou shalt not be affrighted at them, for the Most High thy power is among you, a mighty power and terrible.
Hear that? So, he let us know we ain't supposed to be afraid of them. Because the Most High is among you, a mighty power and terrible. You know what Mashiach Yahushua was there is called what? The destroyer. Go ahead.
And the Most High thy power will put out those nations before thee by little and little. Thou mayest not consume them at once, lest the beasts of the field increase upon thee.
You know, it say, so it had to be done little by little. Else the beast would increase coming, you know, amongst us. This way to do little, kill a little, let the beast eat them up. And they don't multiply so much, you know what I mean? 'Cause all the beasts will come around and want to, you know, say, oh, there's food over here. That's why I say you got to do little by little. Kill them a little at a time. So the beast can eat them up and go back to their business. And you kill some more, then they come back and, you know, eat some more. Or else they devour us. Read.
But the Most High thy power shall deliver them unto thee, and shall destroy them with a mighty destruction, until they be destroyed. And he shall deliver their kings into thy hand, and thou shalt destroy their name from under heaven. There shall no man be able to stand before thee until thou have destroyed them. The graven images of their gold shall ye burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein, for it is an abomination to the Most High thy power.
You know, the Most High say we could even take anything that they had, their silver or gold, monetary values, Say destroy all their graven images of their, idols and so forth. Say burn it with fire. And don't take nothing that they have of value. Read. It's going to be a trap to us. Read.
Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it, but thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing.
Right. Go ahead.
Chapter 8. All the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live and multiply, and go in and possess the land which the Most High sware unto your fathers. And thou shalt remember all the way which the Most High thy power led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no.
You that? 40 years, man, wandering in the wilderness. He did this to humble us. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And he humbled thee, and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not. Neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee known that man doth not live by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High doth man live.
So that's what the Mashiach used on who? Shaitan. When he was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. And he said, hey, make this stone bread. Mashiach went to the law on him. He went straight to the law on him. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Thy raiment waxed not old upon thee, neither did thy foot swell these 40 years. Thou shalt also consider in thine heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so the Most High thy power chasteneth thee.
Because he said, who we love, he chastens. When you look at our raiment, our clothes, wax not old upon us. Clothes did get old. So neither did the foot swell. As we was moving around, walking around in the wilderness for 40 years. Feet never swell and the raiment never waxed old. And the shoes never wore out either. Read.
Therefore thou shalt keep the commandments of the Most High thy power, to walk in his ways and to fear him. For the Most High thy power bringeth thee into a good land, a land of brooks of water, of fountains and depths that spring out of valleys and hills, a land of wheat and barley and vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of oil, olive, and honey.
Beautiful land. Go ahead.
A land wherein thou shalt eat bread without scarceness, thou shalt not lack anything in it. A land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills thou mayest dig in brass. When thou hast eaten and art full, then thou shalt bless the Most High thy power, for the good land which he hath given thee. Beware that thou forget not the Most High thy power, and not keeping his commandments.
So that's very important. So how are you in your wildest dream thinking you dealing with the Most High? He said, beware that thou forget not the Most High thy power, and not keeping his commandments. So who they praying to when they say you ain't under the law of the Most High, and they think they're rolling with the Most High? When he said, hey, beware that thou forget not the Most High thy power, and not keeping his commandments. You see? So if they don't keep the commandments, they're not keeping his laws, they done forgot about the Most High. They ain't praying to the Most High, not the power that we reading about here. For real. Read that again from the top.
Verse 11. Beware that thou forget not the Most High thy power.
Beware that you don't forget the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And how do you do that?
And not keeping his commandments.
And not keeping his commandments, doing what he say do. Following his rules and regulations. His laws, statutes, commandments, read.
And his judgments.
And his judgments, read.
And his statutes.
And his statutes, read.
Which I command thee this day.
So if you don't do that, you dealing with the Most High.
Right.
Read.
Lest when thou hast eaten and art full, and hast built goodly houses, and dwelt therein, and when thy herds and thy flocks multiply, and thy silver and thy gold is multiplied, and all that thou hast is multiplied, then thine heart be lifted up.
Oh, then you be lifted up. You living lies. Now you gonna get prideful. Now you think you all that. Read.
And thou forget the Most High thy power.
Once he blessing you with everything you have, that's you know you done forgot about the Most High. Now it's all about me. I, me. Go ahead.
which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage, who led thee through that gate, that great and terrible wilderness, wherein were fiery serpents and scorpions, and drought, where there was no water, who brought thee forth water out of the rock of flint, who fed thee in the wilderness with manna.
That's, man, that just hit me, man, about most I need to bring some water to Flint, Michigan right now.
Yeah, no.
You know, I thought about that. Out of the rock of Flint. You know, we need beautiful water to come to Flint, Michigan, most high about Shalom Mashak Yahushua. You brought thee forth water out of the rock of Flint. Man. That's something?
That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Man. The water is terrible in Flint, most high. You need some fresh water to come out of the rock of Flint, Michigan. Verse 16.
Verse 16. Who fed thee in the wilderness with manna, which thy fathers knew not, that he might humble thee, and that he might prove thee to do thee good at thy latter end.
Right. Go ahead.
And thou say in thine heart, my power and the might of mine hand hath gotten me this wealth.
See, you say in your heart, I'm the one. I'm the one. You see what I got? You hear people say that. You see what I got? I'm the one that got this wealth. I'm the one that did everything to make it happen. Right? We're the Most High in that. You don't hear him in that at all. Go ahead.
Verse 18. But thou shalt remember the Most High thy power, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth.
That's right. It's the Most High. That's worthy to be praised for everything. Worthy to be praised for everything. Some people, they just, you know, I hear people say, well, what if I pray and it don't come happen? You ain't in the right mood. You ain't in the right spirit. That's why it's not happening. You know? Go ahead.
That he may establish his covenant which he sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day. And it shall be, if thou do at all forget the Most High thy power, and walk after other idols, and serve them, and worship them, I testify against you this day that ye shall surely perish. As the nations which the Most High destroyeth before your face, so shall ye perish, because ye would not be obedient unto the voice of the Most High thy power.
That's right, man. See, just like I destroyed them nations, he's going to destroy us. And he did. He destroyed us, man. Go ahead, chapter 9.
Chapter 9. Hear, O Israel, thou art to pass over Jordan this day, to go in to possess nations greater and mightier than thyself, cities great and fenced up to heaven.
So now, when you look at what he's already done this. Khan? So here we are now looking for our salvation. What we going to do to fight against all the ordinance that's against us or everyone that Esau has in his militaries and so forth? You see? That makes them mighty. But what he say concerning what he's already done? And he said, I mean, you know, right now he have a long time. He's long suffering, right? He's suffering long. It's a long time that he's been suffering. And looking at the things that it's getting worse and worse and worse, man. As far as the abomination that they're presenting to the children to program their minds for the future of wickedness to the utmost, beyond imagination. We sin it. Read verse 1 again.
Verse 1, chapter 9. Hear, O Israel, Shema Yasharallah, thou art to pass over Jordan this day, to go in to possess nations greater and mightier than thyself, cities great and fenced up to heaven.
Hear that? We get ready to go into the pass over the Jordan to go in to possess nations greater and mightier than ourselves. Cities great and fenced up to heaven. Tall fences up to heaven. highest ever because they had, you know, the giants were there. Let's read. And these are the giants right here. Read.
A people great and tall.
Yeah, this ain't no fallen angels. That's this who had babies. You mean tell me you got men that's great and tall in stature? The women gonna be small in stature?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. They're gonna have women that's gonna be what? Great and tall in stature. You don't have, Michigan could be with an 8-foot woman, 7-foot woman, right? It don't matter about that. He still can get in there and take care of business. See what I'm saying? So that's the sons of the Most High who we are. Who've seen these great and tall. Read that again.
A people great and tall.
See, it says a people great and tall. So a people is who?
Nation.
Yeah.
Between people is who? Julia is made of who? Two?
A male and female?
Yeah, a male and a female. You said a people great and tall,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
God.
Go ahead.
A people great and tall.
A people great and tall. Tall men, tall women. Alright? Giant men, giant women. Go ahead.
The children of the Anakim,
Yeah, that's one of the children of the Anakins. Go ahead.
whom thou knowest, whom thou knowest, and of whom thou hast heard say, who can stand before the children of Anak?
Yeah, who can stand before the children of Anak? These giants, read.
Understand therefore this day that the Most High thy power is he which goeth over before thee. As a consuming fire, he shall destroy thee.
As a what?
A consuming fire.
Most High said, as a consuming fire, he shall destroy them, read.
He shall destroy them, and he shall bring them down before thy face.
He's gonna bring them down before our face, read.
So shalt thou drive them out, and destroy them quickly, as the Most High hath said unto thee.
You know, he's telling us this. Think about all, when you read this, man, it's like, how can we not believe in the Most High? You living it, you know. Right now, he don't give us signs like this. You see what I'm saying? And we got to believe in him through what? Faith. But we was there, looking at this happen, and still didn't believe. Go ahead. I love what Most High said. He gonna come down like a what? As a what?
Consuming fire.
Consuming fire. Get that in Hebrews. I think 10:29. Or is it no, it's 12:29. 12:29.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 29. For our power is a consuming fire.
Our power is a consuming fire. Just like he just said. So they made it up? No. We didn't have nothing but what? The Old Testament. That's who he is. When you look at him, let's get a. So, because people think that you can see the Most High, you can't see the Most High. You might see him in he might show you his somewhat his person in a vision, but look at give you an idea of the Most High. Look at Ezekiel 1 and 27, 28. He's a consuming fire, so here, look at him right here. So you understand, because remember it tells you in John 4:24, the Most High is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So, remember, flesh and blood cannot what?
See the Most High?
Yeah, can't see the Most High, can't be before the Most High. So, that's why he had to speak to us in visions and dreams, and make himself somewhat, you know, something that we can relate, because remember, we require signs. Jews require signs, so look at it. This is him right here. Let's read about it.
Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw as the color of amber,
Mm-hmm.
as the appearance of fire round about within it,
Mm-hmm.
from the appearance of his loins even upward, and from the appearance of his loins even downward. I saw as it were the appearance of fire.
So now, come on. From his loins, that's from here up, is what? Fire. And from his loins downward is what?
More fire.
More fire. Fire. From the loins upwards, the loins down, all you see is fire. Read.
I saw as it were the appearance of fire,
Right.
and it had brightness round about
And
it,
had brightness round about it. Right. Brightness round about this fire. Read.
as the appearance of the bow that is in the cloud in the day of rain.
A rainbow color around it. Go ahead.
So was the appearance of the brightness round about. This was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Most High. And when I saw it, I fell upon my face, and I heard a voice of one that spake.
Yeah.
So that was the Most High?
Yeah, that's what he's seeing.
Man.
He's seeing the glory of the Most High. Fire up, fire down. That's why he can say what he say, man. I mean, when you look at, he already said that, right? One of my favorites, Ezekiel 22 and 20.
Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 20.
He's a consuming fire, read.
As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you.
See? He's a consuming fire, gonna leave you there and melt you. Read.
Yeah, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof.
Because he's a consuming fire. Read.
As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. And ye shall know that I, the Most High, have poured out my fury upon you.
There it is. So going back to Deuteronomy, that's the Most High. Sound familiar? Don't it sound familiar?
Right.
That's what we're reading about. He said he's going to destroy them quickly. Let's go down to Deuteronomy 9 again.
Deuteronomy chapter 9, verse 5.
No, verse 4.
Verse 4. Speak not thou in thine heart after that the Most High thy power hath cast them out from before thee, saying, For my righteousness the Most High hath brought me in to possess this land. But for the wickedness of these nations the Most High doth drive them out from before me. Not for thy righteousness, or for the uprightness of thine heart, dost thou go to possess their land. But for the wickedness of these nations, the Most High thy power doth drive them out from before thee, and that he may perform the word which the Most High sware unto thy fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Understand therefore that the Most High thy power giveth thee not this good land to possess it for thy righteousness, for thou art a stiff-necked people.
Most High cut us, didn't he? He said, I ain't give you this land for your righteousness. He said, because you are a stiff-necked people. Period. I mean, don't sound like a lot of love to me. Go ahead.
Remember and forget not how thou provokest the Most High thy power to wrath in the wilderness, from the day that thou didst depart out of the land of Egypt.
Dang, from the day we left, man. That's after seeing all the firstborn males of anything die. You know what I mean? The first male of Pharaoh's kingdom, all the Egyptians, the firstborn son died. And every animal, whatever it was, the firstborn died. We've seen the 10 plagues that he brought upon the Egyptians in the land of Egypt. And still was stiff-necked. Go ahead.
Until ye came unto his place, this place, ye have been rebellious against the Most High. Also in Horeb, ye provoked the Most High to wrath, so that the Most High was angry with you to have destroyed you. When I was gone up into the mount to receive the table of stones, even the tables of the covenant, which the Most High made with you, then I abode in the mount 40 days and 40 nights. I neither did eat bread nor drink water. And the Most High delivered unto me 2 tablets of stone, written with the finger of the Most High. And on them was written, according to all the words which the Most High spake with you in the mount, out of the midst of the fire, in the day of the assembly.
Right, remember that's in Exodus, the 20th chapter, the 10 Commandments. He just wrote them on stones, you know, in a short version. of the 10 Commandments. He wrote them on stones right there. Go ahead.
And it came to pass at the end of 40 days and 40 nights that the Most High gave me to the 2 tables of stones, even the tables of the covenant. The Most High said unto me, Arise, get thee down quickly from hence, for thy people which thou hast brought forth out of Egypt have corrupted themselves. They are quickly turned aside out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten image. Furthermore, the Most High spake unto me, saying, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
Wow. And the Most High chose us. Think about it. And we still gonna be stiff-necked against him. Until this day. We were stiff-necked then, and we still stiff-necked today. Don't want to come back to the Most High and think they're dealing with the Most High. That's the sad part. Read.
Verse 14. Let me alone, that I may destroy them, and blot out their name from under heaven.
Woo! Can you imagine the Most High tell you to leave me alone? He got an attitude like that? Leave me alone so I can destroy them and blot their name out of from under heaven. They never existed. Read.
And I will make of thee a nation mightier and greater than they.
So how the Most High need us? Are y'all hearing what he's saying here? He said, I will make a nation mightier and greater than we were out of Moses. That's serious. I don't know how serious y'all can look at this whenever, especially for all you high-ranking, important people in this world today, Israelites, that think you all that. And you better understand what he just said. Read that again, huh?
Verse 14. Let me alone, that I may destroy them.
So let me alone. Leave me alone. I want to destroy them. Read.
And blot out their name from under heaven.
And blot out their name from under heaven, man. Go ahead.
And I will make of thee a nation mightier and greater than they.
He said, I'll make of you, Moses, a nation mightier and greater than these people here. So he could take one man. I mean, that's why I look at what he's saying in what's that, Jeremiah 3:14. Read this. But this is for us right now. Everybody thinking that they got their seat in the chariots and they already got their place in the kingdom already. And we in hell.
Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 14.
Right.
Turn, O backsliding children.
That's still rebellious, right?
Right.
Turn, O backsliding children. Turn, O rebellious children. Israelites, read.
Saith the Most High.
The Most High say, read.
For I am married unto you,
Mm-hmm.
and I will take you one of a city, and 2 of a family, and I will bring you to Zion.
That's deep. Even right there. 1 of a city and 2 of a family. And bring us to Zion. So go back to Deuteronomy. Verse 14.
Deuteronomy verse 14. Let me alone, that I may destroy you, and blot out their name from under heaven.
No, read it again. It didn't say you.
What's up? Let me alone, that I may destroy them.
Right. Let me alone. Most I said, leave me alone that I may destroy 12 tribes of Israel. All 12 tribes is right here. Read.
And blot out their name from under heaven.
And blot out their name from under heaven. Read.
And I will make of thee a nation mightier and greater than they.
He said, I'll make a nation out of you, Moses, to be mightier and greater than them. Read.
So I turned and came down from the mount, and the mount burned with fire, and the 2 tables of the covenant were in my 2 hands. And I looked, and behold, ye had sinned against the Most High your power, and had made you a molten calf. Ye had turned aside quickly out of the way which the Most High hath commanded you. And I took the 2 tablets, and cast them out of my 2 hands, and brake them before your eyes. And I fell down before the Most High, as at the first 40 days and 40 nights. I did neither eat bread nor drink water, because of all your sins which ye sinned, and doing wickedly in the sight of the Most High, to provoke him to anger, For I was afraid of the anger and hot displeasure, wherewith the Most High was wroth against you to destroy you. But the Most High hearkened unto me at the time also. The Most High was very angry with Aaron to have destroyed him, and I prayed for Aaron also the same time.
Yeah, because Aaron came with the excuse, hey, you know how these stiff-necked Israelites are, man. So I took all the gold from their sons and their daughters, and I threw it in the fire, and his calf came out. That's what he said. Go ahead.
And I took your sin, the calf which ye had made, and burnt it with fire, and stamped it, and ground it very small, even until it was as small as dust. And I cast the dust thereof into the brook that descended out of the mount. And at Taberah, and at Massah, and at Kibroth Hattava, he provoked the Most High to wrath. Likewise, when the Most High sent you from Kadesh Barnea, saying, Go up and possess the land which I have given you, then you rebelled against the commandment of the Most High, your power, and you believed him not, nor hearkened to his voice. Ye have been rebellious against the Most High from the day that I knew you. Thus I fell down before the Most High 40 days and 40 nights, as I fell down at the first, because the Most High had said he would destroy you. I prayed therefore unto the Most High, and said, O Most High power, destroy not thy people and thine inheritance, which thou hast redeemed through thy greatness, which thou hast brought forth out of Egypt with a mighty hand. Remember thy servants, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Look not unto the stubbornness of this people, nor to the wickedness, nor to their sin. Lest the land whence thou broughtest us out say, because the Most High was not able to bring them into the land which he promised them, and because he hated them, he had brought them out to slay them in the wilderness.
So what is Moses doing?
He's I don't know the exact word for it, but it's like
Petitioning on our behalf.
he persuading them to, like, he's saying, like, what the other, how everybody else think of the Most High, like all the other nations.
Mm-hmm. He's using tact.
He's
using tact.
Yeah.
You know, he's very tactful.
Yeah.
In his way of speaking to the Most High, say, hey, they're gonna look at, hey, everybody gonna look at you. Just brought them out there. They're supposed to be your chosen people. You just brought them out there to kill them. You know, slave. You hated them, so you brought them out here to kill them.
Yeah, you wasted your time.
Yep.
That's
Yep. Go ahead.
Verse 29. Yet they are thy people and thine inheritance, which thou broughtest out by thy mighty power and by the stretched out arm.
So now, what is he doing here? He said, hey, remember, they're your people. You brought them out of Egypt with your mighty power and your stretched out arm of might. You see? What is he doing? He exalting the Most High. He love to be boasting on. Read.
Chapter 10. At that time the Most High said unto me, Hew thee 2 tablets of stone like unto the first, and come up unto me into the mount, and make thee an ark of wood. And I will write on the tables the words that were in the first tables which thou breakest, and thou shalt put them in the ark. And I made an ark of shittim wood, and hewed 2 tablets of stone like unto the first, and went up into the mount, having the 2 tablets in my hand. And he wrote on the tablets, according to the first writing, the 10 commandments which the Most High spake.